What's going on, everyone? We're back here again at Hoogie's Imports with another sweet ride. This one here is one I've been after for a very long time. It was between this or Suzuki Alto Works. If you know, you know. One of these little K turbo hatchbacks, or actually a Subaru Vivio. Forgot to mention that one as well. But yeah, anyways, I found this one. This is a 1993 Daihatsu Mira TRXX Avanzato. I think I pronounced that correctly. Don't quote me on that, but that is the name. Some of these old school mid-90s Japanese cars have some pretty wild names to them. But yeah, like I said, this has been one that I've been after for a long time. Really interested in any little turbo K car. This one being my very first hatchback turbo K car. We've had a few turbo K vans, Suzuki Cappuccino, things like that. And this one, it was very surprising about how fast it actually is. My very first K car was a Honda Beat. And, of course, the Honda Beat, as fun as it is, it does not feel fast at all. And then, after that, I eventually got a Suzuki Cappuccino. And that actually, I was very surprised about how fast that felt. And I didn't think a K car could feel that fast and then I drove this thing. This thing feels so fast, even compared to a Cappuccino. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, this thing is powered by a 660cc. Those K car fans will know that. 660cc 3-cylinder turbo engine. Factory rated at 64 horsepower, which, that was the quote-unquote gentleman's agreement in Japan back in the day, to stick to that 64 horsepower number. But I've driven other cars that are factory rated about like 55 horsepower or so. Like a USDM Geo Metro is right around 55 horsepower, and this feels like at least double as fast as that. But I'm not saying it has over 100 horsepower or something like that, but it is very lightweight. When that turbo kicks in, it pushes you back in the seat. It's very surprising for what it is. It's a super nimble little car. Yeah, I have nothing good to say about this thing. Nothing but good things to say, sorry. Nothing but good things to say about this thing. It is such a fun little car. And yeah, overall, as you can see, it's very clean. Almost all the way stock. Similar to the WRX that we had, actually, or I don't know if you guys have seen that video. We also have a WRX in stock. And that one's completely stock, other than the muffler and the suspension on that one. But this one, all stock, everything is 100% stock, other than that big old cannon on the back there, which actually gives this thing some nice noise. If you know anything about turbo 3-cylinders, they all sound really nice, so I'm glad that's on there. They definitely went all out, because that thing's pretty loud, even with the silencer in it. But yeah, anyways, we'll go over some of the imperfections on the car. As you can see, it does not have any of the factory decals, because this thing was repainted at some point in its life. There is a little bit of orange peel here and there, you'll see it, but overall they did a pretty nice job. I'm sorry that the car's wet, of course, when I'm making this video. It's a little bit harder to tell, but overall the paint does shine really nicely. They did a good job with the paint job on this thing. But yeah, if anyone wants to order any of the newer buyers, I know where to find the factory decals. So it's something that I thought about doing, but I ended up just leaving it as it is. But anyways, the paint's really nice. There's really not many imperfections on this thing at all, especially since it has been repainted. But I wouldn't be concerned about the repaint, as it probably just had some faded paint. Is what my guess would be, because this thing overall is really clean. There's no rust on it whatsoever. I even had someone comment, shout out to whoever you are, someone commented on my Instagram actually about how the turbo wastegate, the wastegate cover or something like that, something about the turbo wastegate still being intact and not rusted out, which is very rare on these things, and mine is still in perfect condition. So I didn't know that, but someone called that out. But yeah, anyways, there is a little bump on the corner of the bumper. I promise it was not me. It was like that when I got it. I would feel really bad if I did that to this thing, because this thing is in really nice condition. And as we'll see pretty soon, that the interior is really nice as well. So it is sitting on these cool little 13-inch stock wheels. Could probably use a good clean. They're a little bit stained, a little bit dirty. But yeah, nice tires. I think the tires are a little bit, yeah, they're 2016 tires, but I mean, there's no cracking and they're still, you know, hooking up nicely. They're eco tires, so this thing does have enough power to spin those things. And another thing I was unaware of that someone commented on this thing recently is that it has a limited slip differential up front. It is front wheel drive, it's not the 4-wheel drive version, which I'm totally fine with. I didn't need the 4-wheel drive version. A lot of you might be familiar with this car from Mighty Car Mods, or some of the old school Gran Turismo fans out there will know that these things are something to be reckoned with in the K-car races. But yeah, overall, you know, it's really nice that it has that original factory little orange trim there down there. And yeah, same tires all around. Come down here, take a look at that cannon. Yeah, I was pretty happy that's on there. I like that. I like the look of the cannons on there. And then we'll take a quick look underneath, show you guys. It is super clean under there. Super clean. I'll have some more pictures online, of course. But yeah, I guess we'll go on. Yeah, we'll look at the roof. Again, nice. They did a good job with this paint job. Obviously this is how I bought it. It's already painted when I bought it, so. But yeah, we'll take a look. The door card is really nice condition. I mean, for being a little econo box from the 90s from Japan, someone took really good care of this thing. As you can see, the interior is super nice. There really isn't any bolster wear, which is always super common on, especially on aggressive seats like this. I mean, it's super clean. Yeah, it's got like a nice suede texture, and then I don't even know what I would call that, but got some cool 90s styling to it for sure. Driver's little floor mat there is a little bit dirty. You know, what can you do? You can probably give that thing a good detail and it'll probably, shine, or not shine. It'll probably be nice and white again. Look more like the passenger side one. Again, a little bit dirty, but I mean, it's kind of a risky move by Daihatsu for putting in white floor mats. But yeah, anyways, we'll look at the back real quick while we're on the topic of seats. The back seats, again, super clean, really no staining at all on there. Original factory floor mats again, also very clean. We'll look at this. Here, let's actually do this. Look at the headliner, super clean. A couple little scratches and scuffs on the headliner, but I mean, it is a black headliner, so you can't really tell. And also, which is pretty cool, most of these K cars don't have working interior lights, and this one does work with the door being open and closed, excuse me. And yep, so we'll take a look at the steering wheel. Nice little steering wheel. It's got power steering, so the steering is actually surprisingly light. Didn't expect it to be quite that light, but it feels really nice, really responsive, and you get good road feel with it. And as you can see, there's really not much wear around here on the steering wheel, just a little bit of wear over here. I guess that's where the previous owner really liked to put their hand, but I mean, you know, it's just smoothed out. It's not really too noticeable. This thing does have a turbo timer on it as well, which is cool. Good to give you a good peace of mind as well for that someone cared about this thing to put a turbo timer on there. Yep, it is a 5-speed manual transmission. The gearbox and the shifting mechanism feels really nice and tight. Clutch feels good clutch engagement. And yeah, I guess there's not too much else to say, but I don't think I'm not sure if that's the factory. I don't think that this would be the factory sound system or the factory stereo, especially with an aux cord. I believe that's an aux cord. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe someone who knows more about these cars than I do. I feel like I know a good amount about these, but I don't know if that's the factory one or not. The Carrozzeria. I think that might have been the same brand that was in the Daihatsu Tri that we had before, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the factory one. But, you know, if that really matters to you, maybe you can figure it out. Who knows? Anyways, also really nice to have. This K car has AC, which, you know, most of these upper trim K cars, of course, have AC. This AC blows nice and cold, no kind of belt squeal or anything like that. The compressor engages nicely. And yeah, everything works in this car. You know, there's really nothing to complain about. It has the Japanese toll car reader, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start it up while I'm in here. And you can hear that big fart cannon out the back, which I like it. I mean, it's got some good noise to it. It's definitely loud, but I think it's cool having a little car like this. There you go, ready? And start it up. And this thing starts up nicely for me every time. I've probably put about 500 kilometers on it or so since I've had it. And, you know, I've driven it to downtown Charlotte a few times, which, you know, again, as I said in my WRX video, if you guys watched that, it's about a 40-mile round trip. And this thing does pretty well. And it's all highway miles just about. And let's see. I usually keep this thing around like 110, 120 kilometers an hour, which is about like 65, 70, 75, somewhere in that range. And it usually sits right at about like 4.5, 5,000 RPM, which, you know, sounds like a pretty high RPM for like a normal car. But for these little K car engines, you know, they're not really designed to do highway driving like that. But if you do need to do some highway driving, this thing does handle the highway pretty well, especially for a K car. And yeah, even going at that speed, you can put your foot down, that turbo kicks in, you can pass trucks, you can pass anything you want. The only thing, it's just lacking a little bit of extra gearing up top, which is typical of any K car that you drive. So yeah, I guess I'll demonstrate the AC turning on. You can see the RPM's kicked up. Let's turn it cold. Oh. Getting yelled at by the sensor there. But yeah, AC's coming out nice and cold already. Yeah, I'm super, oh. There we go. Now we can really feel it. I can feel it a little bit before, but yeah, it's blowing out nice and cold. Super happy with that. Seems like some of the K cars that I get in do not have very cold AC, but yeah, compressor kicked off, so the RPM's kicked down. Usually idles around 1,000, 800 to 1,000 or so once it's fully warmed up. Yeah, let's go around to the back. We'll take a look at that. See if we can take a quick listen to that muffler. Oh yeah. Again, I love how that thing sounds. But we'll come around to the front, take a look at this little 3-banger up front. Sorry guys. There it goes. So there's the little engine right there. And yeah, I guess that must be the shield that they're talking about, because as you can see, there's a little bit of surface rust starting on it. But overall, this is a super clean engine bay. As you can see, the timing belt was changed at 98,000 kilometers. So you still have a while to go on that. And yeah, I mean, little three cylinder hanging in there, a little turbocharger. Yeah, there's the little turbo up front. It is like, the turbo is about the size of like my fist, about. Tiniest little turbochargers you'll ever see. Looks like those are some new boxes as well, which is really nice to have. But yeah, I mean, it's all original other than the exhaust back there. AC blows cold, engine idles great, starts up awesome. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. Let's close that little air box there. And yeah, I mean, there's not too much more to say. I guess we'll go for a drive in this thing and I'll show you guys how it pulls. It's probably not going to look super fast on camera, but I promise you it feels a lot faster than it looks. Once that turbo kicks in, it really pushes you back in your seat, especially for being a little K car. Yeah, definitely tons of fun. But anyways, I will get in here and I will be right back with you guys. All right, what's going on, guys? Here we are in the Daihatsu Mira. We're going to take it for a quick test drive. Yeah, coming out on the main road right now, so we'll give it a little go and then we'll talk some more about the features of the driving. Yeah, there's first and then second gear. I'll give it a little pull. Ready? Yeah, see, you can't pull it like that and not smile. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed at the very first part of that pull in second gear, it does spin the tires in second, so it could be a testament to the eco tires, or it could be a testament to the actual power this thing puts down. But You know, it's kind of hard to tell on camera about how fast this thing actually is, but you know, it feels really fast. I mean, it's tiny, so it feels like a quick little go-kart just about. So yeah, it's a great little car. The power steering is nice and light, not too light to where there's no road feel or anything like that. But yeah, this car, it's a great little car. It is so fun. I mean, it's got to be one of the most fun cars. I've had a lot of fun cars here. But like I was saying in the walk around video, for a K car, it's by far the fastest K car I've ever had. So we'll get out here. Sorry guys, excuse my shifting, only doing it with one hand. So we're in second gear again. Let's give it another pull. Yeah, there's some wheel spin. And now we're in fifth. So yeah, super fun car. I love this thing. I'll be really sad to see it go. It's a great cosmetic condition, great running condition. Interior is awesome. AC blows cold. There's not too much more you can ask for. If you're looking for a K car, this is definitely one to have. I mean, you really can't drive this thing anywhere without someone asking a question about it. I mean, that's how interesting and cool these little cars are. So, you know, if you're looking for something fun and cool and reliable, it's been nothing but reliable to me. This could be the little car for you. So, you know, that's about all I can say about this thing. And yeah, I guess I will catch you guys in the next one.